BNB's going to be a bit cautious.
Doesn't have the
Gonna have enough mana for the God's Rebuke, so we'll be able to get the kill onto Zephyr, but Ana is starting to stack up the essence. Risk is starting to TP back in. BNB will be okay.
Big wave, though, for Ana to be able to pick up. Oh, Cuckoo, wouldn't we want to be falling up on this top side? What I was saying before is, if you do get that Venomancer and have him able to take a tower, you open up a lot more of the map. You're able to be a little bit greedier with that initial farm, and then Venomancer can start to invade. He can start to place down a lot of those Plague Wards and block off a big area that Vici are actually trying to get in terms of objectives, in terms of farm. And it does slow you down so that you're able to understand a little bit better, even without wards, where Vici Gaming are trying to play, and then go for the pickoffs like Topson just did. I mean, he tried to do it bot at 3 minutes, he did it top at 4 minutes, and well, it worked out really well, but it's got to keep going.
Yang is looking very vocal there in the camps. He's having a bit of chuckle. We've always been mentioning when we're casting VG games, you know, he's cruising in the draft, laying back in the seat. Cuckoo? Okay, they're still going to be able to get the kill. Abilities back up, and even give him a tip as well from Yang. So there was just the man that we were speaking about, Yang getting involved to help out Erica.
It's a lot of gold being going underneath this tower as well. Obviously, Zephyr's going to be there to... Oh, sorry, Whitemon's going to be there to soak up the experience, but Disruptor's not really one that you need to be securing all of this. So Cuckoo going to come back, but just a little bit too late there.
Big D-ward from Friss. It was a freshly placed observe ward from Zephyr. And even BAB is actually going to rotate. Look at the backstab coming through from the Mars. Zephyr's going to try and position himself away from the tree line, but it's just in the woods. It's not easy to do that at all. As BAB finds an angle. And back to top lane, Cuckoo again. Just as soon as he steps a little bit too far forward away from the tower, Erica and Yang just
blocking
walk
himself
up to the Nature's Prophet. We'll try and TP in Whitemon. He should get a return kill onto Yang, but that's another death on Cuckoo's Nature's Prophet. And now meanwhile, mid lane as well, Topson, he's also in trouble. Vici Gaming making plays after plays across the map. It doesn't matter what lane they are in, they're getting kills out of the early game.
Yeah, for sure, Topson's the biggest one that you need to make sure shutting down. He's the only one that, again, can be that early frontliner for the team. I was talking about it in terms of the supports. Oh, this would be a big kill, though. You have a TP coming through here from the Snapfire just to try and turn this one around, and it might be another kill.
Uproot and after them.
So Zephyr, nice Iron Branch block. Maybe we'll still be able to cut through. Zephyr in the tree line is going to sneak through, but the creep sees him. They spot him out. The Topson's arrived. Here comes the Primal Beast. He's going to try and catch up to BAB, and they'll do just that. Good gold injected into Slark's bank, and it looks like Topson's even going to catch out Yang in the tree line as well. Another double kill for the Primal Beast, and meanwhile top lane now. A glimpse back Erica. Looks like they won't have any more damage follow-up though after the glimpse to be able to bring down the Chaos Knight. And look at XM, he's going to continue to rotate as well. We've already seen what Topson can do in the early game, trying to put his own attention to the side lanes, and XM wants to get involved as well.
Oh man, Cuckoo is really suffering on the net worth though. Look at how far behind he is relative to most of the other cores there, and I mean you can just see the main prerogative XM. He's sticking up here on the top hand side. They see him underneath the observer ward placed up there on the cliff, so Cuckoo positioning very defensively, helping out with those treants just to make it not completely obvious. Obviously don't want that D ward to go off, especially considering how many times you've died, and oh, that's a nice free kill from Topson in the mid lane.
My responsibility.
Just a classic Primal Beasting, somehow diving under a tier 1 tower mid even when someone else is nearby. Love to see it. Up lane. Erica again. We saw the lack of damage proving to be an issue to bring down the Chaos Knight prior, and it might be the same case as Erica tries to turn it around, but the Sprout will block him in. That is a big kill for tier 1 to find.
Empty. Through blood.
Yeah, Veno, space created at the time from Zephyr there. Just making sure that he's keeping these two heroes busy, and even nice little bottle refill coming. Wonder if they're going to look to commit all of their spells. They've got the Dream Coil available, and there's the Tombstone as well.
James nearby too to try and pump in that extra little bit of damage here with the Scatter Blast. Let's see if Topson's going to be tanky enough. That's not the case. Vici Gaming will shut down the slight streak that the Primal Beast was starting to pick up.
Oh, another glimpse back. See you later, buddy. Well, it's pretty big. It opens up the map enormously. You just had multiple heroes rotating towards the mid lane to pick up the kill on Topson. You just committed a TP on the Chaos Knight. They're going to get that first little bit of information, although rotation's starting to come through here from Yang. they're going to get that bit of information with the Observer Ward, seeing that he is coming back to the lane. So you know that potentially once this tower goes down, you're free to make a rotation down towards the bottom side. And I wonder if they're going to go for it with Thompson down here with Ana. You can even TP in on Cuckoo if you need it.
They've got to be cautious. Cuckoo, they tried to get the kill onto Yang. It puts the Cuckoo Nature's Prophet into a compromised position once again, as they fooled Erica before, but he's going to get some revenge with that previous glimpse usage.
I just got a little bit greedy there. I mean, I really do feel like if Cuckoo just doesn't overextend, he takes the tower and backs off, you're able to TP down towards the bottom side. Not that you needed it to kill the Mars, but that probably would have been a second tier 1 tower. Again, Mars isn't going to buy back this early. You won't have the Glyph available, and you also had the CK, who literally could not TP there. So, a little bit of
With me.
opportunity lost perhaps for T1 to really start to open up the map for themselves, especially considering how much Cuckoo likes to farm on that Nature's Prophet.
I don't think this game's going to slow down too much as well. We got 19 kills at the 10-minute mark. We've seen what T1 can do, and we're also mentioning it multiple times. Again, this is a lineup that needs to be very fast-paced, and well, for Vici Gaming, they also don't have... They've got ultimates, but they're not the crazy long cooldowns here. We've seen XM already start to consider about rotating, so Vici Gaming definitely will be able to take fights early on still.
They made sure to give the tome over to Zephyr as well. Once he gets that Poison Nova available against these 4 strength heroes and the Puck, especially once he picks up that Blink Dagger, it's going to be so much more effective. Great haste rune picked up by the Puck.
Ooh, Zephyr.
Yeah, well, he's going to pop it just to try and dissuade XM.
Starting stolen from Weimar. Look at the bait from Zephyr. Beautifully done. We'll try and lay down the ultimates from Vici Gaming, but it's not enough damage to bring down Thompson. Off to the right side, Ana's going to get involved as well. Finds Frisk left alone. So T1, they've got the numbers advantage at the moment. Ana's going to look to wrap around. Even Cuckoo wants to get in the middle of it all. BAB isolated from Yang. Couple of kills going the way of Radiant. Does look like Yang's going to be able to step out. No one to catch up to the snap fire, but Ana, that's really important. To start getting involved, getting some permanent agility.
Yeah, for sure. Multiple heroes going down. It would be a very different story if Vici Gaming were, you know, in mid lane, up top, starting to put a little bit of pressure onto the map, but they just weren't. And now, with all these heroes rotating down bot, means that Ana is freed up to take this top side. There's no tower to play with. He's got an Observer Ward to help him out as well, to scout out some of those early ganks. Really opening up this game for Ana to potentially carry it through for T1.
Middle tower is under attack.
With me.
I was mentioning it before, that Poison Nova is going to be such value. You know, cancelling the blink when Puck eventually gets it, and the 4 strength heroes with the percent damage. This won't be enough. I mean, you've essentially just... Oh, will it be enough?
Might be enough. Oh my.
Glimpse?
Can they glimpse it back?
Or the
XM.
Thunderstrike? Yeah, you could bottle between them if he wants. But no Dream Coil's kind of a big deal.
The seeds of fortune.
How close to the Static Storm is he?
I'll take that.
All right. Maybe now they look to emphasize playing around there. Yeah, just look at Thompson's positioning.
Yeah, they see the Nature's Prophet with Yang nearby. That's going to be plenty of damage. Really nicely done. They'll even enable BAB to get the kill. Yang making sure that he uses no spells, because the Mars, of course,
Dire's top tower
going to try and get that early blink as fast as possible. It's a lot of their initiation.
Zephyr, this is what I was talking about though with the Venomance. Don't too many points in the Plague Lords, and he's going to back out after they drop the Tombstone. So that's a pretty big win coming through from T1. It might mean they're a lot more confident in fighting around that mid-tier 1 tower, considering they know there's no Dream Call for a little bit. They know there's no Tombstone, and they feel strong as ever. Yeah, Cuckoo even TPing in there, making sure they get the tower, and it's just going to open up the map even further. Even Ana, he went top. He's pushing into the tier 2 tower. So this is really good from T1. I'm liking how they're playing so far.
Dire's middle tower is under
So the status quo of the game at the moment, 13 minutes in. It's a very minimal net worth lead for Vici Gaming. Who do you feel like are the big winners at this stage in the game?
If not for Cuckoo dying a lot of times, I would say T1 by far. I think that puts a damper on things a little bit, but you've hit some of the timings that you've really been wanting. Ana's got the Diffusal. Yeah, they found the stack. You said the Diffusal Blade before. You've nearly got the BKB. Well, he will have it.
This is scary for T1.
Yeah.
Look at the positioning from Vici. They're wrapping on every single angle here.
Are they going to get away from everyone?
Okay, they'll just get up to the disruptor. XM has to use the claw to cancel the TP. That was looking really scary for T1. For the position that Vici were in, they were almost able to cut off every single escape avenue.
Nearly You know, close only counts in horseshoes, Lockie, and I know you don't know what the hell that is, but you're just going to have to trust me for this one.
Alright, I'll trust.
But yeah, with that Dream Call being popped and Disruptor, again, it's super early. It's 14 minutes in for these 26 kills. He's just going to be up right and ready to be able to go very, very shortly. So if T1 have the choice, they might just look to group up around that mid lane, look to get a smoke happening around that BKB timing, and then with this Orchid, I like that itemization coming through from Cuckoo. Yes, it makes him even more of a glass cannon, but you really do need it to provide that lockdown that you're lacking.
I mean, it's about to be a really scary timing here. A BKB and Orchid. Vici Gaming, they've got T1 have a lot of map control. You can send treants into the jungle, you can set up the plague wards as well. It's very difficult for Vici to take fights unless they are smoked up. That smoke pops, or if they get a glimpse of the Mars, if he gets caught out with like a plague ward, speaking of Zephyr, run up the high ground here, just face checking Erica's position. Should be an easy kill for them to find. One more tries to drop the Static Storm, and that's going to be a whiff, and now it puts him in a position where Vici Gaming can capitalize on the Disruptor. From the other side of the map, Ana has found Yang alone. Vici Gaming starting to move to the Snapfire's location, so it does look like Ana should be able to clean up. Bounce up in a couple of seconds. Actually going to be off the mark here. Yang gonna get cute with the jukes. Not with Thompson nearby. This onslaught more difficult to be able to avoid that one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've been talking about T1 a lot, though. Let's just have a look at Vici. I mean, a lot of their team fighting rotations have been solid. All of their spells synergize super well together. And it's going to be quite some time until anyone except for Thompson has that BKB available. So heroes like the Puck, like the Mars, like the Snapfire with those Mortimer's Kisses, it's just going to give them incredible value early on. And, I mean, we mentioned before Yamich and how he played his Undying in the position 4. Frisk looks like he's going to go down the similar route, already picking up the Falcon Blade so that he can spam out the Decay as much as possible. He's not a healing type. 0 points in the Soul Rip. It's just all about that teamfight damage. Even going to go into the phase boots after this.
Yeah, I think one issue we might see for T1 in some of the fights is their way to address the Tombstone. They don't particularly have the greatest heroes to hit her. Like, Cuckoo's not in a position where he can, I think, be in the middle and right-click Tombstones. Like, if he had a good start, maybe that would be a bit different. At least you have the Plague Ward to scout out the higher ground and potentially kinetic field usage. But if this Tombstone is placed in a really good position with the coil, with the use of the arena as well, T1 are going to have a really difficult time.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's going to be the key, right? It does open things up a lot more, right, if you just kill the Puck. So I think the timing that they're going to be playing around on T1 is just getting that Orchid onto Cuckoo. Because if they can use this vision that they're hoping to try and get because of the towers that they've taken, and they can take out XM with the Orchid into the damage that they have, because it's pretty decent damage, then suddenly you're not quite as afraid about the Tombstone, because it's only really the arena that needs to be on the mark. And maybe you just slow down BAB before he's able to connect, but the one ray around a lot of these wards is a smoke. Allows you to bypass them entirely, and he's got that Blink Dagger as well, I believe, so just really want to get in onto the back lines.
BAB, there's the jump. No hesitation with the Poison Nova out as well. Zephyr wanting to try and get some damage just in case there's any follow-up, and thanks to White One, he'll make sure no one else is going to jump inside the arena, so a couple of ultimates expended. That was a smoke from Vici Gaming.
Yeah, they're kind of being corralled in here on Vici, aren't they? All of them are just playing essentially around that tier 2 tower. They're making a few pings down here, but they don't have the ability to be able to connect there. Thompson trying to go for a little bit of the interrupt with the haste. I mean, that just makes a Primal Beast even more scary in the early stages of this game. But I mean, this is what we were wanting to see from the panel, from all the T1 fans. Group up together, play aggressive T1 Dota.
Big ward here down bottom. Scouts are XM and BAB moving as a unit, so we'll see what T1 are going to do. There is a ward on the high ground that also sees him inside their own jungle, so they will not be able to catch Vici Gaming off guard. Great read, Whitemon. Did he ward? Now they've got full control down here, so it will be a bit more difficult for Vici to look to try and cut them out.
Humans are creatures of instinct, right? You just look for those tiny little reactions. Did they change the way that they were positioning themselves in the lane just to make sure they could get the slightly quicker blink off, right? Just based on your movements. And Whitemon, he's one of those players that's better than most at being able to pick that up. So yeah, the instant D-ward happening. Ana, of course, you're a Slark. You're constantly going to be winning that vision battle. You've got the Venomancer of the free short vision wards on the high ground, and of course the Shadow Dance passive just means that he can carry around a few sentries if he wants to keep a certain area completely blocked off from Vici Gaming.
Bottom tower is under attack.
XM don't do it.
He's got the BKB, so really not the hero that you want to potentially be going on to here.
Warriors of the wood.
Again, this really feels like it's T1's timing. But what do you feel like for Vici though? Can they combat this 19-minute timing that we're going to see come out shortly from T1? Because they want to be the ones now playing aggressive with these items.
I mean, they're so close to it, right? Ana, 250 gold away.
Dumping again onto Zephyr. This time with the Mortimer Kisses, they'll get the kill. Thompson's going to look to charge in though.
Oh.
Doesn't have too many heroes nearby. T1 are making multiple plays across the map. Cuckoo and Ana show top, so they're going to be cautious here. T1 need to get out.
This is big
a
for
very good
T1.
job.
This is really big for T1. No coil. Wait, no, never mind. They do have coil. No arena, no kisses, no phantasm to have to play around. Venomancer this time around didn't pop the Poison Nova, so they've got plenty of abilities alongside of Ana's Aghanim Scepter, which I believe is coming out on the courier right now over the Radiant Secret Shop. So if they could just look to connect together, they've got a massive timing that they could look to play around. They're playing on the Radiant side too, so whether it's map control that they want
might be in
or
some trouble.
Yeah.
The rest of the team's starting to connect. Yeah, they got the glimpse as well. Whitemon's just in range. This kill might give them an objective now here for T1.
Yeah, potentially Roche. Looks like they might be able to secure another as well. The Piggy not fast enough to be able to get away from the big bad beast. I mean, we just compare this style of T1 Dota to what we've seen. I mean, you know, it might be fun to watch a few of those YouTube highlight clips of Thompson playing the mid-Oracle or the mid-Enchantress, but it clearly didn't work in these last chance qualifiers. They got absolutely stomped in those ones. But when they play this aggressive style of Dota, you know, the tiny mid, the primal beast, you know, even the morphling, it really just does seem to fit their playstyle so much more.
This is really scary for T1. Their ultimates are back up on Vici. Someone needs to get here to kind of poke and spam some abilities so T1 don't continue to hit Roshan.
They got all the
Vici can contest this, but they got to be fast.
If they're under the smoke, though, Zephyr's patrolling back and forth, not wanting to give it up
The
for free.
positioning BAP is going to be in. Arena's out, but Aegis has been claimed. Ana's going to pick up the second life and look to pounce to retreat. At T1, they're happy with getting Roshan. They just need to cut their losses, and it looks like, unfortunately, Cuckoo with a sacrificial lamb.
Generally okay with it. Again, they had to pop a fair few ultimates to make that happen. No Poison Nova being used. Right. You don't have to deal with a Tombstone. You don't need to deal with Flesh Golem, Arena, Phantasm, all being used, and you still claim that Aegis.
Austin? Close. Charges in. Eric even pops a BKB. Zana's going to continue to try and defend the tower. Spear is out. But it looks like Vici Gaming, they're just going to leave Frisk. Everyone says peace, and well, the Undying doesn't have this capability to retreat with ease. So they'll keep their T1 tower. Thompson even gets a nice little rune as well.
Yeah, Frisk is a bit of a voice line and a chat wheel spammer, so it's a little disappointed that he didn't return Thompson's high five there as he was about to die, but clearly this series means so much for Vici, with it being an elimination series. As we look at that replay, it's a really good placement of the arena as well, just trying to seal off Thompson and Ana from the rest of the team, but Ana, just with that Aghanim Scepter, he's able to get straight out of danger very easily. And again, it's only a couple of heroes that you're giving up, but it's for a big investment from Vici.
That is a really big Cory snipe from Thompson. He just got the, I think it was the completed Yule Scepter on XM.
Yep.
So they have 2 minutes now where they can kill this puck, and we're going to see Cuckoo try. Keeping out here.
But yeah, Orchid going to give them insane value for now. You've still got 3.5 minutes on the Aegis. I believe Ana went and purchased the Zephyr. I just
Close to the tower. Yeah, Glimmer Cape. He's chilling, all right. Arena again, BAB. He's got a soft spot here for Mr. Zephyr. Seems like all the arenas being used like that. Thompson, early use of the BKB. They're going to be able to glimpse back Erica, though. Beautifully done from Whitemon. Finds to carry Avicii. Gaming enough. Frisk is in trouble as well. As the pounce connects, the Cookie's going to get no distance away from the Undying, and Ana's got another pounce to catch up as well.
You know, there's moments on T1 where you get little glimpses of what made the OG squad of 2018, 2019 so successful. Just that one more mentality, right? Where they're able to connect through onto the next stage of the team fight and really break the ranks of their enemy team. And that's exactly what they did just then. Not satisfied enough just to get to the person that's closest. They used glimpse onto the person that was slightly further back, bring them back into the ultimate while they don't have that spell immunity. And then Ana, just with that super long pounce, able to connect onto one more. So 2 plus an objective suddenly turns a 2k net worth lead straight into 6.
Now, what do we need to see out of Vici Gaming? Because T1 still have this Aegis for another 2 minutes, so they can continue to get map control. Do we feel like Vici just need to split up the map, or can they take a team fight into the Aegis advantage?
I think you just got to give up this tier 2 top. I think you got to try and split up the map, see if you can get to that next timing. Puck really needs the Yule Scepter.
Playing Thompson, again they're onto Erica. We kept a BKB off for the last second. The right clicks need to come out. Anna's going to attempt to find them, but again, he won't be able to keep up at the moment. Pounces up in a couple of seconds. Anna's going to look to go for Yang instead. Off of the left side, we do see Whitemon go down. It's a pretty decent retreat out of Vici Gaming. If all they lose is Frisk, they're pretty happy with that.
It's real good. They were able to get a free kill as well. I mean, a 1-for-1 trade. You're going to be incredibly happy with that on Vici Gaming's side. And, well, they might be looking to try and get a bit of a return play here, but Cuckoo, he's even playing Fearless. Doesn't look like they'll be able to connect in time. Thompson giving a lot of respect through, though. He's going into the plate mail next, realizing that, look, I'm going up against this this Chaos Knight. He's starting to hit pretty damn hard, even though we've been able to slow down that game a little bit on Erica. So that Shivas as well is going to provide a lot of assistance against some of that lifesteal coming through against... Does he have any points in the Soul Rip just yet on the Undying? He's... can't be a complete Giga Chat yet. Just the 1 point. I think that's valid enough. You got to protect the tombstone a little.
This is out of the spear. Our pack's already been used. They actually might be able to blow him up the first life. Vici Gaming, they're going to try and set themselves up as well. They got the tombstone laid down. They're forced to retreat, though, as all of Tier 1 show up, as Cuckoo's even going to TP into the middle. They've addressed the tombstone issue. Anna's going to be cautious, though, still playing with the Shadow Dance. He even has the Aghanim Shard to utilize as well, but Anna, he's caught out inside the core. The enemy damage is not coming through fast enough, as Anna will survive, and now Thompson's into the middle. The Pulverize to bring down one, they'll turn to Frisk, and they'll even catch out XM. As a beautifully timed pounce from Anna is not enough, XM just is able to jaunt away.
Yeah, you're having to play so much more passively on XM here than I'm sure he's used to. I want to see the fight recap from that one, just in terms of the damage, because I'm sure Zephyr would be up towards the top. Look at that damage from the Venomancer. Just poison over, that's all he did, but it just connects forward onto all of these strength heroes, and that percentage damage, especially now that he's level 12, just does an incredible amount here. And I liked this. They didn't look to commit too heavily. They knew he had 40 seconds left on the Aegis. Good Yule Scepter use by XM, but it means that he can't continue to play aggressively. And then Arno realizing the fact that, look, I've got the Dark Shroud, I've got the Shadow Dance, I'm able to play this aggressive style. They nearly get picked off. He's able to retreat back fast enough.
Lane. Oh, yeah. Very close. Instead, Cuckoo's actually going to tip it to the triangle. So on top of Mr. Snapfire under the tower. Did you feel like there's a position where they can fight, but with Erica, not able to find the Chaos Ball. Get much usage out of the Phantasm at the moment.
They're just slowly losing more and more of their map. I feel like this Dire Ancients area is the last safe place for them to be on Vici. So normally you would go and look to try and take the tier 2 top, and looks like that's what Cuckoos might be looking to prioritize. Roshan's not going to be up for 2 or 3 minutes, so if T1 are able to get that tier 2 bottom in the meantime, that's going to be a big win coming through from them.
Seems like for Vici Gaming, they're in a position where they just need to kite these BKBs, but it's so difficult because for them, they also need to use, yeah, that's the thing, like you need to use your ultimates at the initial jump as well, so how else are you going to force the BKB early? Again, they have these big team fight synergies to be able to take a 5-on-5, but it's just a question of can they get them out when the BKBs aren't there?
And you've also just got a Slark with Aghanim Scepter, double pounce. You've got a Nature's Prophet that can TP wherever the hell he wants. You've got a Primal Beast who's just picked up an Arcane Rune with that Onslaught. So they're just so mobile right now on T1, and really with what they're able to do with Zephyr and Whitemon, they might be lacking in stuns, but in terms of what they provide in area control and pickoff, it's pretty damn good.
And I think Vici with their lineup as well, they were probably expecting this Chaos Knight. Hold that thought, Thompson.
Dire's top tower.
Not going to commit with the charge on XM. What's the creeps instead?
Yeah, I'm sure he just had a quick glance over at the minimap to see, all right, where is everyone? At the moment, Erica was showing on the bottom-hand side for T1, but he's not going to risk running into 4 Realizes the importance of holding on to that BKB for the actual big objective team fights, like invading in onto the high ground if they get the possibility to. And right now, you just have a look at the minimap. Look at what Cuckoo's doing. Most of the time, the Nature's Prophets, they're looking to try and push out the map with their treants, but he realizes we've got the net worth advantage. Let's just not give them any avenue to come back. I want to block up a lot of these ancient camps. I want to block up the quote-unquote safe areas for Erica to be able to farm. Really liking it from Cuckoo here.
How do Vici ever start a fight when they have no vision? Like this early gem pickup and you're going to a Slark as well. They're going to try and attempt. They still have the ward up. T1 missed this by the triangle. Ana's got the BKB. It's going to be quick. BAB gets the initial stun. It needs to be perfect if a follow-up, but it's not. Ana's got an opportunity to play around with the ultimate. Now T1, they've shown up instantly. Onto first they go. Can they get more out of this towards the southern
yes,
side?
they can.
Erica is isolated. The rest of the team wanted to back up, and Erica wants to go in. Now Vici Gaming going to be able to fall as well, but the BKBs are soon to expire.
Zephyr's about to ult.
Controlling the Chaos Knife for the moment, and as soon as they bring it back down after the Eul Scepter, Ana can get all the right clicks out. They'll try back one, and the cheese to drop. Vici don't have an answer as T1 find game one in the lower bracket quarterfinals.
Ooh, that is the T1 Dota that I want to see. Get aggressive, get out on the maps, prevent the enemy team from doing the big objectives that they want. Don't allow them to farm. And Vici, they just looked completely confused by this. This is night and day between the T1 that we saw in these past couple of series that they've been playing.
I wonder if questions have to be spoken about now with how you deal with this primal beast, because they let it through. I mean, I see there's a lot that you have to ban out as well, but with what Topson can do early on for T1, those rotations to the side lanes, one of them didn't work out, but we saw still around the 4-minute mark rotating to top and at least trying to help out Cuckoo's lane, because
Got you.
The tiny one in the game was written into the code that you had to get a Titan Sliver.
Yeah, the tiny sliver. Another important thing just to note, Ana, he just hit level 20, so that means that you can afford to play a little bit more aggressively now, just because you've only got a 10-second downtime on that true form. So I think they might be looking to eventually rally around him a bit more. Not if you're losing this and it's a 5v4 fight, though. Ana, again, just TPing around the map, trying to get that next little bit of farm. He's going the old gunner build, maxing out the Wraith Bands. Looking to buff up his own survivability as well as the damage of the bears.
So if this continues to be an issue, which I imagine it's going to be for Vici, you're going to have to look to itemize it to address the split push, whether there's some stuns to be picked up or some extra mobility to be picked up, even some tinker wards as well, because that's a full 5 minutes of the Aegis that Vici pretty much get nothing out of.
They might at the very end of it, ironically, though, right? You don't have many trees to play around there on Thompson, so this Ancient Thunderhide might do a good amount of work. Do they get the crits this time around? And they do deal with the creep.
Well, XM.
He's in deep. Ooh, quick Orchid coming through from Cuckoo.
Okay, well, I was going to try and flop himself away. They're going to glimpse him back inside the base. Zephyr's found an angle onto Erica as well. Not the greatest person to target down at the moment. Well, Thompson's in trouble. The McCabe's going to be able to cover the retreat on the Tiny. Abilities being chucked out. A lot of posturing from either side.
But Zephyr's able to get away from that big initiation. They're still probably going to be able to claim this, but could have been so much worse for T1. Ana has to be careful with his bear there. Got to afford to get the resummon.
You can't go though. If hookshot's on cooldown, there's no way for T1 to start.
No, maybe
Thompson
now you
wants
can.
to be playing with the tree volley.
No
Back.
Aegis.
XM's going to charge in. Look at the damage! Oh no! Erica doesn't have an opportunity for the attribute shift. They clean up too. XM stuck inside the base as T1 beautifully timed the coax to push him out, so he couldn't find the bonus strength to stay alive through the damage from Thompson.
This is what they were so anxious about. They were just worried that they have this potential to be able to defend inside their own base. They thought that they could wait it out, but it's actually once the Aegis is gone that they look to go for that pick-off attempt. Obviously, Frisk on top of Cuckoo. Is he able to claim this? He's got the double damage, so maybe. Cheeky little plays here. Look at, look at. Yeah, he is.
What's going on?
Look at the heck.
Under attack.
He went back to Cuckoo, thought he was going to teleport. They cut him off. Another kill for T1. 50 seconds without the Earthshaker. They're going to be able to force a buyback, maybe. Frisk has been vital to the 5v5s on Vici.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And this would be another important glyph being used, but it's not going to stop that bottom lane. So Ana just connects on 3. He's got the AC as well. So the big thing that prevented Thompson from doing even more damage in that previous fight.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Just relax the Witch Doctor.
Oh yeah, and they're going to back off entirely. They don't want to again take this 5-on-5 fight. They want the isolation. Good glimpse coming through. Are they going to be able to catch out anyone? Doesn't seem like that's the case. So they're just being played with right now on Vici Gaming.
Double buyback out of Vici and T1. What an incredible last 7 minutes for them to kite all of that second Aegis to win the fight up top. Yes, you lose the melee barracks, but now the net worth lead is finally back on T1s.
You think Ana could sell those 3 iron branches in his backpack? I mean, they're kind of just sitting there doing nothing. A little bit of wasted XP. He's no stranger of selling items.
It's good luck. Good luck.
Sure. Let's go with that. You got the Daedalus now on top. I mean...
I'm not aware of this.
Someone has to deal with his bot lane.
Yeah. Lone drill push is pretty fast. You can't just leave bottom now completely open.
It's going to go into the Abyssal Blade next, but I mean, if it gets super late, Lone Druid still can be relatively scary. You've got to like it. You've got to Primal Beast.
Caught out BAB by the triangle. A beautiful catch from Zephyr, but the Sprout pushed him out. What is going on in this game? Oh my. We see Vici, they're going to look to smoke up and catch him on the retreat. T1 though, great read from them, looking to back all the way off. They see no one farming the triangle. They see no one inside the base down bottom looking to set up to address this pushing lane.
I wonder what Cuckoo's going to go at level 20 as well in terms of his talent. They've only got the one Force Staff so far that would be able to assist the Morphling if he gets caught inside that Sprout and is just completely rooted, even through the BKB.
Kind of see how the map controls changed now with the gems being picked up from T1 as well. A lot of the wards are staying up for a little bit longer, and for Vici Gaming, you cannot leave this top jungle, but you're going to be forced eventually. Again, this lane getting shoved back here from down bottom will enable T1 to reclaim their top jungle, and if Vici Gaming lose this area, then it's going to make it very difficult for them to be able to set up for this next Roche.
Ballsy TP up there by Cuckoo. Their vision up on the top side, especially considering they knew that they were all there, is it's confidence for sure, and they're playing to win. They're not playing to not lose. They're not playing conservative Dota, and they realize how important that Roshan is. So claiming back their jungle, taking back the outpost to enable the buybacks, it's going to go a long way towards giving T1 that chance of moving on forward and claiming this 2-0 victory.
So now it just comes down to the micro from BAB. If he's going to be able to somehow get the Wolves to the backline and scout out some of T1's heroes, because they have no wards to play with. They need to use the Wolves, or they need to use a creep wave to catch someone off guard.
Even have a healthy Overlord creep to be able to play with either. On a lane, there's an Arcane Rune. So if someone's able to claim that, that would be a big benefit for them.
The vision, they see XM. T1 going to move to the triangle, the Rocket Flare as well. XM, they're running straight to T1. XM's not going to be ready. A Tanagan Scepter Static Storm. There's going to be no BKB to protect him.
Does have the buyback.
Can they continue with the team fight though from Vici Gaming? Eric is going to try and pump into Ana. Echo slams out from Frisk as well. It's going to lock the Lord Druid into place. Is Erica starting to stack up the damage, but they don't have detection. Ana protected inside the Glimmer Cave for the moment, but XM charges into the middle. Gets the pulverize out as well, but Ana, he's still slipping away. Finally, they're going to be able to bring him down. They'll deal with the bear that provides the damage to get rid of the carry on T1, and they'll find Zephyr as well. Erica with the triple kill, and Roche is up for grabs.
Oh, they were just banking on the fact that he didn't have the buyback there on the Primal Beast. It really does feel like they would have been able to take that. Oh, they actually got to charge in.
He's got the BKB available. The damage coming through from Eric is too goddamn fast. The Glimpse will buy him some time. Hobson will TP out. This is now Roche completely free for Vici Gaming. Third Roche of the game. Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard. All the components.
Oh, this would be a big
Thompson, he's gonna get blown up! Oh, the damage coming through for the Morphling, thanks to the power rune, will force a buyback out of Thompson. The Hex is there as well, might catch him off guard, the fall from Zephyr, they need the damage. It'll come through thanks to Arna's Bear. The Static Storm's ready for round 2. T1, they can turn it back around here. The tree volley pummeling through, Thompson's gonna jump into the middle as well. They brought down Erica, and now Vici Gaming need to get out. But can they cover the retreat? Can they cut their losses?
They want XM, they know he bought back.
He bought back prior, the Primal Beast, caught out inside the lane. There's nothing Vici Gaming can do to keep alive their position 2. Frisk will jump in, Hail Mary play. It'll buy enough time for XM to play around with the cheese. He's not going to be able to onslaught away, so instead, it's going to look to try and get as much damage and take Whitemon into the grave with him. But that will not be the case as T1 protect their captain. They protect Whitemon, but Frisk will finally get the finishing blow. T1 will still catch up to him nonetheless. Some crits raining down thanks to the tree volley. And T1, a big opportunity for them to walk it down mid.
Zephyr just yoinks away the old arcane rune in front of Thompson. I'm sure he's a little bit annoyed about that. And Zephyr, you can see him there. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm going to make the big plays. I got my hook shot coming off cooldown in a couple of seconds because it was that initiation. He's got the Aeon disc to be able to play around with, and he can look to find that backline, create that havoc so that you don't have the ability to turn around and show the continuous strength. This is a really big fortify as well. They will not get the refresh on this one. And they actually get the pick off too. Have they thrown this?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
This is 2 lanes of racks, man.
Middle barracks Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
All the other lanes do kind of need to be addressed from T1. You do have respawns coming up.
Leash that I was talking about, right? The level 20 on the Nature's Prophet. They dropped the
See if they can do it again, though. The big question. Whitemon is priority #1. You brought it up before that BAB has to kill him through. It's even more prevalent now with this Aghanim Scepter. There is some big issues. If he's able to get a Static Storm off, even onto 1 core, they have plenty of damage to be able to pummel in the inside to follow with that mute. So Vici Gaming, you have to find Whitemon if you're going to be able to succeed in this next team fight.
Are they trying to bait this one out? I mean, do they have the gem? I'm not quite sure if they could see the wolf standing on top of it.
Yeah, Zephyr and Whitemon got a gem.
Yep. Just wanting to make sure that they are instantly moving forward. There's a lot of heroes clumped around this high ground area, but no one's got vision. It's just Zephyr flying around on his jetpack to try and give that understanding. Oh, just so close, and he does eventually ping it out. Just worried that that gem wouldn't have been able to catch him there. Walking around underneath the outpost, so that's going to reveal their position. Cuckoo up top. He's having to deal with this top lane continuously pushing in.
We have some pretty big level 25s for T1, however. Under with the Spirit Prayer, and we see that Hobson's gone for the Avalanche cooldown. So he's got 4.5 second cooldown on Avalanche thanks to the Octarine.
Waters rise.
Love to see it.
Spamming out Avalanches in the fights, Cuckoo. I'm gonna try and protect the ward. Okay, Hex, maybe. Or Yang to get away from my jungle.
Nice little bits of extra damage about to be coming out soon from XM on his Primal Beast. Aghanim Scepter, I believe, was coming out on a courier, unless I'm mistaken.
It's completed.
Yeah, so there's nothing amazing to break so far this game. I guess the Demolish and the Root is going to be kind of nice, so you're able to man-fight a lot more into that Lone Druid. They might just look to turn onto the Bear and have him maybe not know that understanding. I mean, Ana, he's been spamming games, you know, literally 200 plus in the past couple of weeks, 10 games a day, but you know what, Primal Beast Dags, it's a relatively new thing, so in these high stress situations, that's the sort of thing that can slip your mind.
Look a lot just before about Vici Gaming and how they need to take the team fights of dealing with Whitemon, but what do we need to see out of T1 here? Who's priority #1 in this next skirmish?
I think it's still got to be Frisk on his Earthshaker, right? It's either got to be him or XM. You just got to have an inkling of what that buyback status is, and it's been long enough that you're going to have enough gold for it at least. Well, never mind the timer in about a minute or so, but XM doesn't actually have the gold for that purpose, so if they're able to find the pickoff onto him, sometimes it could just come down to luck with who you're able to catch out.
Is that Zephyr's job to get on top of Frisk?
I think it's the entire team. It's worth committing multiple people because outside of like the perfect cask, which Witch Doctor doesn't want to be super close into the middle of these team fights, what else other turnaround is there?
You're worried for T1. Maybe one thing to be concerned about shortly is XM's 25 if he does go for the polarized piercing magic immunity. I know it's single target, but In particular, if a core over positions, and then if XM's on top of him, and then if Erica has enough damage as well, which you should on a Morphling at this stage.
They could have multiple leashes. Have they addressed this 4-star situation? Yeah, they have. So Witch Doctor, he's gone ahead and finished one up for himself. No one else can really look to go for it. You've got the Dragonlance on Morphling. Yeah, but they've got 2 now. Previously, they just had 1. Erica, he's close to his level 25, and he actually sells the Dragonlance. I was wondering if he might be considering going into the Hurricane Pike, just because Clockwork, if he gets level 20, he could also look to go for that Power Cogs leashing units inside talent.
Ooh. Being said, Erica. Swift Link, and there we go. Level 25, so often we see the waveform charges, and that's going to be the case once again. So either side, like we're just stalling this one out, getting ourselves set up for this next Roshan. Of course, Erica's still holding the Refresher Shard, no other components from the previous Rosh.
Yeah, great farming in terms of the timing that it's going to hit as well. Right before this potential Roche respawn, he gets the full Swift Blink, and he has the buyback still. 50 gold surplus at the time, but it's a full-on smoke from T1.
It's a great ward.
And this time it's when the Roshan's going to be up. They've got the vision, they've got the understanding that it's going to happen. And just that turnaround damage, the burst potential, they just kept kiting and kiting and kiting with how damn tanky.
Frizz, I know he's on the higher ground. He just attempted to deal with the force. Oh no, he doesn't have his own force. Oh no, the worst sequence of events here from Veach. He's now mid lane as well, wide one. He's got Erica. Morphling just brought back. Where's the control? Can Cuckoo get in range? Erica's not going to mess around. A BKB preventing the Hex coming out from Cuckoo, but that was almost the end of the game. Vici Gaming, oh my lord, glimpse of a TI just being taken away potentially.
Gonna commit fully with those buybacks. Someone's gonna need to get back to base, or Cuckoo might just choose to stay here instead. Commit, take this Roshan away. Such a heavy buyback commitment, and so much damage coming through with all those crits. Frisk, I don't know if they'll be able to get there fast enough this time. Oh, how quickly can they put stuff in their inventory? Ooh.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
At the base, it's getting hit. Cuckoo's gotta get back. Hit the siege creep, my guy. The siege creeps.
Another team would Oh god. Alright, they gave Cuckoo Tome, so trying to get him his level 25.
But they found the right target at the start here. White One is easily the best target. Zephyr ended up hook-shotting through onto a creep wave on the other side.
continue on in the lower bracket. 22.
Tidy. We've seen what he's able to do time and time again.
4,900 health you have to go through on the Tiny.
He really wanted that quick pick off. Got a spread.
Just so tanky on Dire, it's not going to be easy at all. You see Zephyr under the ward. But again, do you want to jump the clockwork?
Nope.
Need a response. Otherwise the Bear's just going to freely siege, and meanwhile once the Bear's going to work, Zephyr's ready and Thompson's ready as well with the tree volley. Almost enough to bring down Yang, but Vici Gaming at least keeping the heroes alive, but the barracks will not be so fortunate.
The only one with buyback is the Lycan, and I feel like that's nowhere near the main target for him now at this stage. There was a big period where it was, where a lot of the damage coming through from Vici Gaming was because of that Helm of the Overlord, both from the creep as well as the aura, and of course any kind of raw that you're looking to use on the Lycan himself. But now it does switch over to the supports, or times that Whitemon's able.
At the moment inside the Sprout have been able to deal with the first side. Vici Gaming, can they set themselves up for round two? Ana's vulnerable. He doesn't have the boys nearby to protect him as XM trampling all over the Druid, and they'll bring him down, and now they'll turn to Nation Prophet as Cuckoo just brought back. Be cautious here, T1. You can't continue to bleed your members. Such a heavy commitment to Thompson. He's got Whitemon nearby. Static Storm's gonna get laid down. But look at Erica. He doesn't give a damn about the Static Storm. Erica just pummeling in. Left, right, and center. The answers up there. Now Ana's separated as well. T1 are crumbling as Vici Gaming. They can walk down. A Glyph will only delay this. I think we're going game 3.
I think we are as well. It's going to need to be the biggest plays of all time coming through from Clockwork and Disruptor to be able to influence this one. They're just trying to spam out those rocket flares, influence the creep waves, make sure that you've got some level of backdoor protection, and BAB instantly just trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. Look at Zephyr.
What's going on?
He just wants to push the creeps, man.
He doesn't put a playback.
Ooh, he's in this.
Dude, Zephyr, how are you asking for a high five? You're about to lose the game.
Oh, I must be down.
Nice blink reaction.
Ooh.
No way they all get out. They all got out.
Oh, if the creeps got him, I would have lost my... Is this going to delay for long enough, though? Got pretty good damage. Does Clockwork sell everything to buy the Scepter so that he can spam that rocket flare to push out the waves?
Dire's middle barracks are under
I mean, he's not, but I wish he did.
Oh, the team. Oh, no, the team. I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures.
They're going straight to your fours, and why not?
Yeah, we got game 3. Oh my, what was this game? It's only fitting we go the distance. He won Vici game.